Hi, my name is Amy, and today I'm going to be taking you through a relatively short yin yoga class for the upper body. So for this class, I do recommend having as many props as you can make yourself feel comfortable with, 2 blocks minimum. If you do have a bolster or some hard, firm couch cushions or pillows, you can use that as well towards the end of our practice. So we are going to get started right away. You can just find a comfortable seat, whatever that looks like for you, cross-legged or legs extended, letting your hands come to your thighs. Drop your shoulders down away from the ears and grow tall through the crown of your head. You can close your eyes if you like. And just start to tune into the breath here, breathing in and out through the nose. And we're going to start to drop the left ear towards the left shoulder here. Pushing the right shoulder down farther and maybe reaching up with the left hand to grab hold of the right temple and just guide that ear farther away, creating more space in the right side of your neck here. You can also crawl your right fingertips out towards the side if you like. Playing with if you want to turn your chin down towards your chest, or maybe turn it up towards the sky, depending on where you need to feel it today. And with yin yoga, we will hold the poses for about 2 minutes each today, so not too long of holds, but a little bit longer than you might be used to if this is your first time practicing yin. I'll stay relatively quiet throughout the practice. You can bring your left hand under the left temple and just gently lift the head back up towards neutral. And you'll drop your right ear towards the right shoulder. You can find that same help with the right hand, guiding the left temple away or crawling the left fingers out. Playing with whether you want to tuck your chin down towards your chest or lift it up towards the sky. Another principle of yin yoga is to be still. So when you do find that spot you want to hold, we'll just tune into the breath, relax the body so you're not using much muscular effort, you're just kind of letting gravity do the work. You can bring your right hand under your temple and just lift it back up to center. We're going to bring the legs out in front into a diamond shape. So the soles of the feet together, it doesn't matter if they're farther away from you or in closer, whatever shape feels more natural for you right now. We're just going to start to round into a forward fold. So you can start to tuck your chin towards your chest and roll down, just letting gravity do the work here, finding your edge. So that's our final principle in yin, is to find a spot where you're just not chasing sensation. You're just sort of feeling a little gentle stretch, no pinching, no pain. And when you find that edge, on a scale of about 1 to 10, we only want to be at about 5 here. Let your head be heavy. If you like, you can start to introduce a block here underneath your forehead to support it. So you're using even less strength to hold yourself up. Making yourself as comfortable as possible. And start to turn your fingers down to the ground, walking your fingers in to slowly lift yourself up. You can take your 2 blocks and set them up about shoulder width distance apart at the top of your mat. And we'll set up in tabletop here with the hands underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips to start, and then walk your hands forward onto those blocks so that they're coming out ahead of the shoulders, and then just start to melt your head down towards the mat, trying to keep your hips up over the knees here. The elbows can slide more onto the blocks if you do want to take this deeper, bringing the hands together and bringing the thumbs towards the back of the neck. You can let your belly and your chest melt down towards the ground. If your elbows are bent, you can bring your hands forward, pushing into your hands or your elbows to lift up. You can set the blocks off to the side here for a moment and lower down directly onto your belly. Bringing the forearms down to the ground, the elbows right underneath your shoulders, spreading your fingertips wide. And then start to shine your heart forward, coming into a little back bend here, pressing the pubic bone down into the ground, untucking the toes. Feet can be a little bit wider than hip width apart, almost as wide as your mat. And you can play around with the depth of this Sphinx pose. If you want to take it a little bit gentler, you can walk your elbows farther forward, or to deepen and intensify, you can bring your elbows back farther. And taking your gaze just ahead of your fingers, so you're not straining too far into your neck. It's just a gentle extension of your spine and the curve in your back bend. Pulling the shoulders away from the ears. You can slowly start to lower yourself all the way down onto the mat, bringing your right arm out towards the side here, so your right hand is in line roughly with your right shoulder. You can keep it straight out, or you can bend so the elbow's in line and you've got this 90-degree angle here. Your left fingers can come towards the side. And just come onto your right ear and then start to roll onto your right shoulder, right hip, keeping that right arm grounded towards the ground. The left foot can either step back behind you, you can stack your feet, you can even bend into the knees, whatever feels more comfortable here. Not much work in your lower body, just opening up that right shoulder. And slowly start to come back onto your belly. Opening the left arm out towards the side, maybe finding that 90-degree angle if you like it. Bringing your right fingers to the side of the right ribs and just rolling onto your left ear, left shoulder, left hip. Breathing into the sensation in that left shoulder, opening the chest and the pec. And can start to roll back, easing out of the shape. And we'll grab our props here, grabbing hold of 2 blocks and setting them up here at the top of your mat. So you can set the back one up on the second or the highest level, and the second one either on the second or the lower level lengthwise. And if you have a bolster, you can place that bolster onto your 2 blocks here. Easing down either onto your bolster or so that that second block is underneath, in between your shoulder blades, and then lower your head onto the top one. You can extend your legs out or make a little butterfly shape here, bringing your arms down at your sides, turning your palms to face up, and just soften into the pose. You're welcome to continue to hang out here, or if you like, you can move your props off to the side and lower down all the way into Savasana. Extending out the legs. Bringing your arms beside you, palms facing up. Shoulders tucking slightly under. A little tuck of the chin towards the chest. Letting the toes drop out to the sides. Closing your eyes. And really releasing the body into the ground. And letting go of any remaining effort in the body. And slowly start to wake up the body, wiggling the fingers and the toes, making little circles with your wrists and your ankles, reaching your hands up overhead, maybe adding a little gentle side bend by grabbing the right wrist with the left hand, grabbing the left with the right. And then you can bend into one elbow and your knees, rolling over onto the side, coming into a little fetal position, and taking a moment here to thank yourself for showing up, for getting on the mat, for allowing yourself to soften into these poses. Working at a deeper and different level. And start to push into the hand and lift yourself up. Thank you so much for joining me for this yin yoga practice. I'll see you again soon.